Do you find yourself right now as if you're running in circles? Like you have been wanting to land your dream job, but you're not getting there yet. Or you have been wanting to be promoted. Or maybe you've always wanted to launch your own business, but you're not getting anywhere near that dream business. This video is for you. Hello again! Last time, I shared with you about my story of how my childhood dream family came true. In today's video, I'm going to share with you about my dream job or career. By the way, if you are new here, I am Charlene June, also known as Mother Ann, and I'm a digital marketing fairy and also a writer and writing mentor. I help business owners, solopreneurs, and aspiring writers to create content with calmness, with soulfulness, and with purpose. But you see, my friend, becoming a writer was not an easy journey. It was actually the dream career or the dream job that has been planted inside my heart since I was a child. Yes, like the last time, it was a seed planted in my childhood. As young as grade 3, I remember being ambitious of who I want to be. At first, I wanted to be like my papa who is working in the office as an auditor. And then, in grade 6, something nudged me and that started my desire to become a writer. And well, that never changed since then. Oh wait, except for that one time when I just out of nowhere said in front of my family that I wanted to be a nun. And yeah, I was in high school back then. You know, the teenage hormones of just wanting your family to not say anything about your ambitions or your dreams. Yeah, that's what it was. But inside my heart, I really wanted to be a writer. Here's how it started. It was our graduation ceremony or closing ceremony in school, and they distributed our school paper. As I sat there waiting for the program to start, I scanned through the pages and I secretly felt jealous of my classmates who were chosen to write an article for the school paper. I said, one day, my name would also be in the newspaper. And well, this declaration was maybe too loud that it came true sooner than I have expected. I was chosen as a campus journalist in high school, and when I won my first award, my name was published for recognition in the local newspaper. Well, that was big. So yes, my dream came true. So did I stop there? No. That moment pushed me to dream bigger. And I said, I will be a professional journalist one day. And so, I mentioned this dream to Papa when I was in 4th year high school. Being a journalist here in the Philippines was scary that time. And so, my Papa suggested a relevant course, which is Bachelor of Science in Education, major in English. It's just the same, he said. But for me, it wasn't. And so, my teenage heart and the ego pushed me to go a different path. And I enrolled in a computer programming course instead. And guess what? This ended to be one of the best steps that I have taken, which brought me here to where I am right now. Why, you might ask? What I thought of my father not being supportive of what I choose to be my course turned out to be the perfect nudge for me to be able to be redirected to the right path. Because my first stint of becoming a professional journalist did not just pop out of nowhere. So here's what exactly happened. After finishing that 2-year computer programming course, I needed to find a job. I became a mom sooner than society expected. I got pregnant at 17, had my first baby at 18, and the second at 19. Yeah, so things happened really, really fast. And so, with two lives to support, I really needed to earn money. And well, thankfully, my acquired knowledge on computers and softwares is such a huge blessing in my career. I got hired at almost every application letter I submitted. So, at my first job, an English professor invited me to be part of the editorial staff that managed a short-term campus paper. And I was the layout artist. So no, it's still not yet like a professional writing or journalism job for me. But wait, on my fourth job, I was given the opportunity to hone my writing skills. First, I was assigned to manage and design the office website. And part of my task is to write and upload regular news articles. And later on, I was assigned as the feature editor of the local paper. And so yes, there goes my first and I don't know, probably the last professional journalism stint. Again, that was a dream come true for me. So yay! You might be thinking that I was too lucky or I was too blessed. Let's say yes, I am. And you are too. But like I said earlier, it wasn't an easy ride. This writer dream did not stop there, but first, let's talk about the most important lessons in this journey. Because my goal is that you finish this video having that one action step that you can also apply so that you can finally feel or see that there is progress in your steps or in your journey to getting to that dream destination. So the first lesson or the number one lesson I would like to emphasize is be disciplined. Make space for words, thoughts, actions, events, and people that are supportive of your dream. And when talking about discipline, this is not just the doing part. You see, you can list down as many dreams as you can, right? You can even visualize the things, the places, the people, the money that you want to attract in your life. You can even shout it out to your friends, even to social media, or to your accountability group for the purpose of extra push. But you see, without the discipline to show up and take action so that you'll get closer, even a little closer to your goals and dreams every single day, you won't see progress. And well, take note when I said every single day. I did not mean to say that you will work hard every single day. Showing up means setting up your foundations one day and then taking action the next, and then simply taking a pause to be grateful and reflect and see the progress or see and evaluate whatever happened along the way on another day. And these are all necessary, my friend. Now, you might be led here in this video you're watching right now when you searched for motivational videos or inspiring stories about success or dreams, because maybe you wanted to have some clarity of why you are not getting any closer to your dream job, career, or business. Wait, spare me another guess. You could have seen me post on social media and finally click and was led here because you are curious why this 30-plus-year-old mom of four is saying that dreams are real when the Merriam-Webster dictionary defines dream as something that fully satisfies a wish. And according to that same dictionary, the Webster Dictionary, a wish is the desire to have something, such as something unattainable. Okay, so before I go any further, I would just like to remind you that what I'm going to share or what I am sharing in this video are my personal thoughts, beliefs, and opinions and are related to my personal experiences. So it doesn't mean that you should believe it too. Okay? Focus on the message that is being sent to your heart and then reflect on that so that you can see what actual actions can you take moving forward for your unique path. Is that a deal? Yes? Okay, so let's continue. You see, when I dreamed or when I said I wanted to see my name in the newspaper one day, I did not just throw that and I did nothing. When my teacher in high school asked me to join the campus journalism, even if I wasn't 100% sure about the details, I said yes. So, to be disciplined, you first want to say yes to something. It could be a specific growth, a change, or maybe a new habit. So let me ask you, how many times are you saying yes to opportunities that are supportive of your dreams or goals? And how many times did you allow your fears to overrule your desire of that dream to be a writer, that dream to start a business, or that dream job? Are you saying yes more than I can't do that? I learned that the words that we throw out there, even inside our thoughts, are just the same as a wish. So if you are constantly saying that you can't, that I can't do this, I'm not fit for this, then you are already declaring for that to happen. And now, because you thought about it or you just spoke about it, your brain cells will deliver that message into all parts of your body, and so your body follows. So here's the truth. We don't want other people to do something for us. Do you? Because here's the painful part. Someone might do it, but not for you, but for them. And then you'll end up saying, I should have done that first.
That should be me
I
on the
have
cover
thought
of
of that
Time.
too. I'm not judging you or your choices, but can you see how fast your self-confidence can decline whenever you say, I can't? Can you feel that? Okay, so I joined the 2-hour campus journalism training in my high school, even if it meant that I would miss classes. And if you are in my generation, you would know what missing classes would be like, especially if you are an aspiring honored student. And also, I continued to write my news articles even if my paper came back with a lot of red marks from my writing coach. And one more thing, in that campus journalist competition, I still joined the next competition even if I didn't win for the first time. And if you have joined a high school competition way back, you will know how it feels to be embarrassed entering the classroom, knowing that your classmate know that you lost. And that is a valid feeling, by the way. Of course, failing was not the ideal image. I really wanted to win. I really wanted to join the regionals. But that failure did not stop me to move forward. I said to myself that failing the division level is just another step further to achieving that position for the regionals next time. Okay, so let's talk about you, my friend. I know that at one point in your life, you also pursued a goal even if you failed for the first time. Actually, super master mo na yan. Remember, your 1-year-old to 3-year-old self? Hindi ko alam kung kailan kayo nag-start mag-walk. But when you were still learning how to walk, diba? Hindi ka natuto na hindi ka nauntog ng paulit-ulit. Hindi ka natutong maglakad na hindi mo naranasan na magkaroon ng sugat sa iyong tuhod. Right? Because of these pains, because of these failures, the stumbling down, you built a discipline to stand up no matter what and try again several times until you were able to learn how to walk. My friend, get motivation from that. That is you, your brave 1-year-old toddler self. Now, speaking of motivation, I'm not sure if ilang motivational videos about success na yung napanood mo, but here's the thing. Motivation will start from you. What words are you telling yourself after you read a celebration post from a friend? Or after watching your favorite motivational video or podcast? Who are the people you are choosing to surround yourself with? And what actions are you taking after all of this? Because these, my friend, are what truly matters. Balik tayo doon sa training ko as a campus journalist. Being called to train is already a motivation. It boosted my self-confidence kasi napili ako eh. So thanks to my teacher, I was very grateful that I was chosen that time. So na-motivate ako, nagkaroon ako ng courage, nagkaroon ako ng confidence. I treated that call na para na akong nanalo ng trophy. And yun yung isa sa mga lessons na gusto kong i-share based on these experiences that I'm sharing with you dito sa video na to. Being grateful and focusing on things that will give evidence that you truly matter dun sa dream na gusto mo, dun sa goal na sinet mo. Finding the single most proof or evidence na kaya mo itong gawin, that you are already enough. This is what will fuel your motivation. So ito, example. Instead of looking for an excuse to not write a single sentence today, or instead of finding an excuse para hindi mo isend yung job application na yan sa dream job or sa dream position mo, what if maghanap ka ng proof, ng ebidensya that you are worthy of that position, that you are capable, that you are already supported to write that single sentence. Like looking at your pen and paper, right? That's already support. See? Tiny evidences matter. When I was working in the government, I kind of lost hope na mapopromote ako sa mas mataas na position because I was not a college graduate. However, that evidence did not stop me. That fact na hindi ako college graduate did not stop me. So I asked for help sa boss ko and sa isang mentor. God bless him, nasa heaven na po siya. Nag-ask ako ng tulong sa kanila and I was able to enroll in a bachelor's degree through an open university. Kaya lang, hindi nag-prosper yung plan na yon. So that failed. Of course, during that failure, I felt devastated kasi nag-invest na ako ng money dun eh. Yung sa tuition ko, kahit sobrang hirap, nag-set aside talaga ako para makapag-enroll ako sa isang college degree. But that's the beauty of experiencing growth, diba? Kasi masakit talaga pag nag-fail. But anyways, here's another one. My last job was entering crime details at the Philippine National Police database. And I was exposed to things that I chose not to see because of personal reasons. And it turns out that this uncomfortable feeling would lead me to a bigger purpose, to another calling. As I sat down inside the police station one day, a message kept on shouting inside my heart. I want to write a book. I want to write a book. I want to write a book. So laging pumapasok yun sa isip ko dun sa police station. And my question was how? And my first objection was, who am I to write a book? Another limiting thought is that I don't have any money to fund this project. And I even caught myself saying, I'm not a famous writer. Sino magbabasa ng book ko? But I have a question for you, my friend. Would you believe me if I say that God, the universe, and nature has everything to support you? That they are abundant? That they will provide everything you need in your journey? And that whatever objections or self-limiting thoughts that you are having right now is normal? And guess what? That all of this, all of the challenges, these limiting thoughts, these obstacles already have a laid out solution for you. To be honest, I didn't believe so at first. And so, I just moved on with my life with that big dream of writing a book. And then surprising things happened. I was led into the online freelancing world and got hired as a writer for international clients, and that boosted my self-confidence. I realized that I don't need to be famous to write a book, that I just need to have the purest of intentions to help spread the message that I am here to share. Another realization is that I don't need to help a million women. All I need is to show up for one person, one woman, even if it means myself. And the ripple effect will do its own magic. Things even got more exciting, my friend. While I thought that I didn't have the money to fund this project, people reached out to support this cause. And publishing my first book wasn't a smooth ride. I have to admit that. But knowing that you have a whole community who has your back is already enough. And for a lot of times, I let go of the wheel. And every single time, I have a loving God who took over. Here's my message to you. Please welcome and be receiving joyfully whatever blessings or help that will come your way. Don't measure them and be faithful that all of this, good or bad, has their own role in realizing your dream. And well, it's okay to acknowledge all your pains, the challenges, the failures, and mistakes. But it feels better to choose and make space for the better words, thoughts, and emotions, those that are coming from God. For the women in crisis and their most loved children. For the women in crisis and their most loved children. This was God's message to me that kept popping up inside my mind over and over again whenever I encounter those times that I wanted to give up on the project. Because of this message, I was reminded that I am not here to perform as a writer. I am not here to impress anyone. I am here to realize God's plans in my life, to give hope to women and their children that there is a better life even after abuse. And I'm so grateful for all the angels who supported me in this journey. They became my support system, and Break Free PH was launched, and now the book is touching and empowering women one at a time. You know, being disciplined, grateful, and faithful is a scary journey. But I encourage you to step forward anyway, even if you don't know what will happen next. Because if you fall, if you fail, please know that you don't have to do it on your own. Now, please allow me to close this video with a message that I got from the poem Footprints. If right now you feel like you are walking alone, that you are seeing only one pair of footprints in the sand, please know, my friend, that God didn't leave you. You may have given up on your dreams already, but the moment you prayed for it, God already heard you. The pair of footprints that you are seeing on the sand right now, it's not yours, it's God's. He never left you and He never will. Please keep believing. Please keep dreaming, my friend. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Bye for now.